It was late afternoon at a quiet gas station off a lonely stretch of highway. The air was heavy with the smell of fuel and the low rumble of motorcycle engines. A line of Harleys stood glinting under the sun, black, chrome, and steel belonging to the Iron Saints, a well-known biker club that often rode through small towns doing charity runs and veteran support rides. Among them stood Logan Steele, the club's leader, a man with a long beard, tattooed arms, and the kind of presence that made people move aside without a word. He was fueling his bike, lost in thought, when a silver car pulled up beside the next pump. Inside sat a woman, early 30s, pale, anxious, her eyes darting between the gas station door and the road behind her. Her name was Emma Collins, a single mother who looked like she had the weight of the world on her shoulders. Her car was old, trembling with every breath of the engine. And in the back seat sat her little boy, barely 6, hugging a small stuffed bear that looked just as worn as his clothes. Emma hesitated for a moment, her fingers trembling against the steering wheel, then took a deep breath and reached out of her car window toward Logan. Logan turned, surprised. He saw fear and desperation in her eyes, not the kind he saw in strangers asking for help, but something deeper, something that spoke of danger. Without a word, she slipped a folded piece of paper into his hand. "Please," she whispered shakily, her voice breaking. Logan frowned, glancing at the note, then back at her. Before he could say anything, she started her car and whispered, "Thank you," before pulling away slowly. Just as she drove off, Logan noticed something. A man coming out of the gas station, his face tense, his movements fast, angry. He was staring directly at Emma's car, and something about him felt wrong. Logan's instincts, sharpened by years of life on the road, screamed that something was off. He unfolded the note with his tattooed fingers. The handwriting was shaky, rushed. It read, "Please help me. My ex-husband is following me. He's dangerous. I have my son with me. I don't have anywhere else to go. Please don't call the police. He'll find us. Just help us get away." For a long moment, Logan just stood there, the paper fluttering slightly in the breeze. His jaw clenched. He looked back up. The man from the store was already storming toward the parking lot, scanning around like a predator looking for its prey. "Before we go any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and standing up for what's right, even when it's hard, then take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel and tell us where you're watching from. Because stories like this remind us that compassion still exists in this world." Logan didn't waste a second. He signaled 2 of his club members, Ryder and Tank, both ex-Marines who trusted Logan with their lives. Within moments, their engines roared to life. Logan slipped the note into his vest pocket, looked at the man pacing near the store, and knew exactly what needed to be done. He wasn't just going to ignore that cry for help. The Iron Saints took off down the highway, their bikes thundering like a storm chasing the wind. After a few miles, they caught up with Emma's silver car pulled to the side of the road, her hood open, smoke rising from the engine. Her son sat quietly inside, eyes wide with fear. Emma stood next to the car, trembling, tears streaking down her cheeks as she saw Logan's group approach. "Easy, ma'am," Logan said softly, his deep voice steady. "You're safe now. Nobody's going to hurt you." He handed her the note. She froze, realizing he'd actually read it. Her eyes filled with tears again, but this time they were tears of relief. Moments later, Ryder's radio crackled. "Logan, that guy's car just passed the station. He's coming this way." Logan's face hardened. "Get the boy behind the bikes," he ordered. "Nobody touches them." Within seconds, the bikers formed a wall, a line of roaring machines and iron hearts between Emma and the man who had terrorized her. A black SUV screeched to a stop nearby. The man, Mark, Emma's ex-husband, jumped out, shouting and demanding she come back. But as he saw the bikers standing there, dozens of leather vests glinting with badges, eyes locked on him with silent fury, his voice faltered. Logan stepped forward slowly, eyes cold as steel. "You had your chance to be a man," Logan said, his tone calm but heavy. "Now you're going to walk away." Mark sneered, trying to look brave. But the moment Logan's brother stepped closer, he froze. Tank cracked his knuckles. Ryder crossed his arms. Mark backed away, cursing before getting into his car and speeding off, swallowed by the highway's endless stretch. Emma collapsed against her car, sobbing. Logan gently placed a hand on her shoulder. "You don't owe me anything," he said quietly. "You just keep that boy safe." She looked up at him, trembling, and said, You don't even know us. Why would you help? Logan smiled faintly, his eyes soft, because someone once helped me when I thought I had no one. We don't leave people behind, not ever. That night, the Iron Saints escorted Emma and her son to a safe motel out of town. They paid for her stay, arranged food, and even got her car towed to a friend's shop. Logan made a few calls, one to a women's shelter he trusted, another to a mechanic who'd fix her car free of charge. By morning, Emma had a plan, a safe place to go, and the first real smile she'd worn in months. When she hugged Logan before leaving, her son Shilly handed him the teddy bear. "For you," the little boy said softly. Logan knelt down, his rough hands trembling as he took it. "Thank you, buddy," he whispered. "I'll keep him safe." As Emma drove away into the sunrise, Logan stood there with the teddy bear in hand, watching the road stretch endlessly ahead. Ryder came up beside him and said, "You did a good thing today, boss." Logan smiled faintly. "We all did. Sometimes heroes don't wear capes. They wear leather and ride on steel horses, carrying hearts stronger than the engines beneath them. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that there's still goodness, courage, and hope in this world, please like, comment, and subscribe to Silent Stories and share this video. Tell us what you felt, tell us what you believe, and most of all, never forget that even small acts of kindness can save someone's world. And before we end, take a moment to write in the comments, "I still believe in kindness," because that simple belief is what keeps humanity alive.